Well, let's get this over with. From the title, you could probably tell where I stand on this subject, so I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. I've seen a lot of people on social media, specifically the godforsaken comment section on Marvel Studios' Instagram, that a lot of Marvel fans genuinely believe that one movie is going to save a cinematic universe that's on life support.
You serious?
Hey man, enthusiasm's great and all, and sorry to finger pop your bubble of faith, but that's not how it works. It's no news to anybody that the MCU has had a rough couple of years. Phase 4 has been a complete disaster, with the exception of maybe one or two bangers. But overall, the interest in the storytelling format that Marvel has to offer has declined rapidly. I mean, just look at these numbers. Some of these are household names. Deadpool, on the other hand, has performed very well. The first film caught Hollywood off guard. It was a smash hit and performed very well in the box office. The second film, although not as incredible as the first, was still a great film and also performed very well in the box office. People love Deadpool because he's different, and he's not tied down to a larger story. And as of right now, he's the only superhero in film that can break the fourth wall and actually do it right.
I'm gonna think this is the only reason I got the job. It's so unfair. I should be able to enjoy the fact that I just got an amazing new job and I can't.
No, you can't wait to see Wong. I get it. I just want to make sure that you don't think this is one of those cameo every week type of shows. It's not. Well, except Bruce. And Blonsky. And Wong. Just remember whose show this actually is.
I have seen everything.
The trailer for Deadpool 3 released not too long ago, and I gotta say, it slaps harder than my mom. Ryan Reynolds and the crew did a great job keeping the tone of Deadpool even under the Disney umbrella. However, upon watching the trailer, I couldn't help but think to myself, Disney is desperate. They shuffled their films for a reason. Poor quality. They know the Deadpool franchise is popular. They know it's very profitable. So what better way to draw attention to a Deadpool movie than to add Wolverine's name to the title and bring Hugh Jackman back? Don't get me wrong, I'm super excited to see Hugh come back as Wolverine, and I'm curious to see how they're going to pull this off. But let's not forget that not too long ago, Marvel tossed their entire slate around like a salad, and Deadpool is the only movie coming out this year. They've been feeding us bottom of the barrel content and thought they could get away with it by hiring people who don't even draw inspiration from the source material. Oh, you think I'm joking?
To be honest, I was not very steeped in the comics.
I didn't read any comics or do any research.
I wasn't familiar with comics. I wasn't familiar with the movies.
We didn't lean into a whole lot of the history of the comic books.
Yeah, candidly, we were not enormous comic fans.
I wasn't super into superhero comics when I was a kid. I read a lot of like indie press stuff.
First thing I was told is don't read the comics.
As a creator, they put you in a bubble. They don't let you talk about any of the other projects, right?
You know, they're up for anything.
We ultimately decided to redefine it for the series and thought that it worked better for the story that we're trying.
What?
Homie, research is a part of a writer's job. Did you not write any essays in school? I bet my life savings these writers are probably the type of people who plagiarize their friend's paper without knowing that their friend used AI to write theirs for a completely different class. Anyways, back to my point. One movie cannot and will not change the course of the MCU. Oh, but according to Matthew Vaughn, it can.
I think Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are about to save the whole Marvel universe.
That sounds awfully familiar.
That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe.
The problem was and still is the entirety of the MCU. Deadpool and Wolverine could be a smash hit and perform very well in the box office, but it would exist in a vacuum. The films that will inevitably follow Deadpool need to keep the same energy. If they don't keep the same energy, the MCU is back in the gutter and probably won't come back out until the next Avengers movie, which according to the rumors is basically nostalgia bait. From what I've heard, they plan on bringing back the original Avengers, adding Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Deadpool, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and much more. To me, that screams desperation. To MCU fans, there's still hope for the Marvel franchise, but it's fading fast, especially with their horrendous Disney Plus shows. Not too long ago, Schaffrillas made a solid video pointing out how Disney Plus is a huge problem, so I don't need to go over that. I'll put the link in the video description. But I know how much it sucks to see a product you've become a fan of get run through the mud. Trust me. This is coming from someone who has suffered recently as a hardcore fan of franchises like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and DC. My advice? Don't lose heart. Take it as character growth. I should know. I've watched 3 of my favorite franchises get pissed on, stomped on, and left in the street overnight to die. With that said, I've made my point, and I'm curious to know yours. If you don't care, then tell me your opinion about a random subject and start a conversation down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll send you an invisible katana in the mail. The wizard has spoken. Peace.